Big reason why Key and Peele hate each other and would never work together again finally got revealed today, and this blew my mind. I always thought it was weird that Jordan Peele produced and directed all these great movies as of lately, like Get Out and Us, but he never put Keegan, aka Key, in any of these movies.
It's crazy. I never thought about that. And to me, they not that funny. That's just my opinion. They're funny, but they're not like, they're kind of white funny, if you know what I'm saying. They got some skits where it is funny, but white funny.
Especially since they worked together for so long. And when Key was asked about his relationship with Jordan Peele a couple of years ago in 2024, Keegan said that him and Jordan Peele don't really see each other as much or talk as much anymore. And I always thought, man, they seem really close when they work together. And you would think if you guys have a dynamic duo in a history as dynamic as those two, they would at least have some type of partnership in something that lasted a lifetime. But that was not the case. But today we finally got our answer as to why these two don't really work with each other anymore, nor do they talk. And the answer, to be honest, was right in front of us the entire time. Because the answer was also the script to one of Jordan Peele's probably his most popular movie ever.
Get Out.
And hopefully you guys will be able to figure out which movie gave us insight into why Jordan Peele and Key don't talk anymore. Key and Peele's entire business got revealed today through a stand-up show with a scriptwriter / comedian by the name of...
And Get Out was... I got a feeling the movie that they talking about is Get Out, man. Because Get Out was an amazing movie. And it's crazy, at the time that I seen it, I was actually dating a white girl. So that made... You feel me? It hit home for me. And everything I seen... Not as far as like the T and me, they sitting down and doing all that, but just... Because I'm what, and I grew up around nothing but... You feel me? Black people. And I went to college in Utah, which is, you feel me? Not so black. And when I went... The girl I was dating, which was a white girl at the time. My first ever white girl I dated. Went to her house, met her people, and then when I seen the movie, I'm like, this felt the same type of way. Felt the same type of way.
Aquila. So through a stand-up show with a scriptwriter / comedian by the name of Aquila. So Aquila and Key was supposed to do some type of show together. And during the process of getting this show on the run and filming the pilot, she accidentally ran across the reason why Key and Peele don't talk as much and would never work together again.
You know, I realized I liked making sketch comedy. I liked having the big production behind it. I was tired of being like a self-starter. I wanted to sell out. And I got the opportunity. A few of my friends who work for different television shows came to me and they said, do you want to make a sketch comedy show, your star vehicle, where, you know, it'll be you and you'll be writing about, you know, the media and misinformation, but like through the lens of sketch comedy. And I was like, yes.
They stole our ideas
to help usher me in. And so one of those friends said, hey, I've got a great person to give you this opportunity. He is... And I don't think this is too shady. I think it's true. The less successful half of a comedy duo that was prolific in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Perhaps, you know, I think their code names could be Lock and Banana. And Lock is gonna use his name to carry you to the forefront of pop culture. And so
I like the band in the back too.
We practiced it. It was like so good. I mean, like not only is there a keynote presentation, but there are videos. We get one of the people pitching with us to go on Pierce Morgan and force him to say the tagline from the show unwittingly. We are selling the show all over town. And you know, we get a few offers, which is like a feeling that like is unlike any other, where you're like, we are wanted.
Everything is going perfect until Aquila gets notified of something. And this right here, for the ones who are smart and who are tapped in, this is where you figure out exactly which movie Jordan Peele wrote about Key and which movie was essentially breaking down the current circumstance that Key is in and why him and Jordan Peele don't really communicate. So Akila gets notified, hey, Key's wife is the executive producer on your show with Key, even though she has no hand in anything. She's not producing. She has done nothing for the show, but she's the executive producer. Akila was like, huh? She was confused.
And I think they both, you feel me? I'm not really sure. I think they both date white women. You feel me? Could be not dating white women at the time because I don't really keep up with them. But last time I you feel me, heard about it or seen them, they were white women. You feel me? Which is nothing wrong with dating a white woman.
But she went along with it. Little did she know that was the point where she should have put her foot down, because that mistake of just going along with it at that point ruined everything for her.
Like, it's coming together. And during the pitch process, Locke gets his dream. He's asked to host SNL. And he does. And we have this agreement. We're like, and you're going to say the name of the show. You're just going to put it in there at the end when you're doing your thank yous at the end of SNL. And we should have known then that, like, he didn't say it. And it was, like, the only thing he had to say. But there were some things he said that were, like, weird. And thanking his wife, who becomes a weird main character in this whole story. And so my agent at the time calls me. And she goes, how is pitching going? How do people feel about Locke? And I'm like, oh, my God, they love him. Everybody loves Locke. And she's like, that's great, that's great. How do they feel about his wife, who is now somehow the executive producer on my show? And I'm like, I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think people like her very much. And she's like, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And I'm like, okay, so, like, are you saying, like, we're not going to be able to sell this? But she's like, listen, people like you and they like Locke. It'll come together. And so I forgive this sort of moment. But, that should have been the red flag where I said, hey, maybe we, like, pause this. We haven't sold it yet. We're all still free. Let's just recalibrate. Not me. I was like, no, because it's more important to have a celebrity attached. So we keep going. We get 2 offers. One, kind of mid. The other from a major studio that I won't name because I don't want to be sued. But you can imagine that their main character is vermin, if you think about it. If he was in your house, you wouldn't like that. But if he was at a theme park, you might be excited to see him. So we signed the deal. We are locked in. We are getting several figures. It's all gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You know, the first person who gave her a call when this was announced, the first person who gave her a call to let her know, hey, you're getting yourself in something you don't know what's coming, bruh. You should be very careful. The first person to give her a call is Jordan Peele's wife. Jordan Peele's wife gave her a call, and the first thing she said was, hey, you're working with Keenan, which is, it's Keegan, right? You're working with Keegan. Now, he's a really, really, really good dude. He's a really, really, really nice guy. But his wife, who, by the way, is a white woman.
By the way, is a white woman.
That right
which I said.
Color means nothing. But that right there, like, plays a part, especially when we're trying to figure out which movie Jordan Peele wrote about Key. His wife is white. And with that clue, a lot of you guys probably already figured out, okay, exactly why. But, hey, yo, that white woman will ruin your life. She is an absolute, she's horrific to work with.
Dang.
You want to be very careful around her. She will ruin everything. Her ego is this, and that. So, again, I'll be real. If I got a call like that too, and I just signed like a 7-figure deal with Key, man, bro, get your hand ass from off the phone, bro. I would have to see it for myself too. So don't blame the her. You call me talking trash about a dude who just got me 7 figures, man. Hop off my phone for I tell. That's how I would have reacted. So she, for the most part, ain't do nothing that I wouldn't have done, right?
For sure.
It's also noted here, by the way, that Keegan was already well accomplished. He was already wildly successful before meeting this wife of his. So this wife of his is not like, she was somebody who held him down from day one. and who's the crucial part about why he. No, this is somebody he met after he was already wildly successful, which is why her implementing herself and inserting herself in a lot of his projects and ruining everything is kind of odd. But she had to find that out for herself because she couldn't just take the word of a random woman that she don't really have that much rapport with.
And so I'm celebrating one day. It's the Olympics that didn't happen in 2020. It's the weird 2021, and I love the Olympics. And so I'm waiting for a burrito to come to my door, and I get a phone call from, like, unknown, which is probably a bill collector, I think. But hey, I'm riding high. So I answer the call, and it is from Banana's wife. And Banana's wife says, hey, I just had dinner with Locke and his wife. They say they're doing a show with you. And I said, yeah. And I, again, don't know how she got my phone number. So this seems urgent. And she says something that, like, chills go down my back. I never eat the burrito, spoiler alert. She says, I'm just calling you because I wish someone would have warned me.
God dang.
She does about an hour of a monologue at me about how, you know, she thinks that his wife is like Phil Hartman's wife. That she wouldn't trust her to hold a baby. That she once poured alcohol on her birthday cake and this person is sober. And the thing and she says there's no accounting for how much money she's cost that black man.
God dang.
And the light above the television burned out. This is a second red flag. I should take the hint.
She's still silent.
And so we just keep writing on it. Finally, we're in pre-production. This is like May 2023. And I'm excited. We're doing like a last meeting about going through the sketches. We're all feeling good about it.
This
And
can't be Get Out.
for once, the wife joins the call. She first of all, she comes on and then yells at everybody because she said she got the wrong Zoom, but everybody else was on the Zoom. Anyway, she's here to offer notes. Yeah, she has no credits without this man. Her notes are, comedy happens in threes. The letter K is funny. And finally, give the audience some candy. Now, how do you implement these notes?
Man, again, we back with more of video. So what I got from that is, man, they always steal great ideas and creativities from, you feel me? I ain't gonna say just black people, you feel me? Which they do. But still, Get Out is crazy. I don't follow Keegan or Peele. I don't follow any of their journeys, or I ain't really watch Key and Peele. So knowing this about him is crazy. And then he wrote Get Out about him, which he probably seen it and probably thought like, this my life. Man, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, because these allegations, like I said, are horrifying. That lady got him by the balls. So without further ado, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.